Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul to soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Hello, my wild ones. Hello, you wealth makers. I am so excited to see you again for another live transmission. Let's get into it. Who is excited about today's topic? Did you get your email reminder? Today's topic is truly a special one. I love talking about messaging. I love helping you to share your voice. And in doing so, sharing your words, sharing your voice, sharing your message, you get to do your sacred work in the world. You get to attract clients on repeat month after month. You don't have to worry about where your next client is coming from when you stop making these mistakes that I'm going to teach on today. If you're new to my world, hi, I'm Christina Gomes, and I help soul-led entrepreneurs like you create, launch, and sell high-value offers to pay in full, fun to work with, dream clients month after month so that you can meet 10K consistent months at least, so that you can finally live the life that you know you're made to live. No more undervaluing yourself, no more overworking. I want easeful months. Now, everybody talks about easeful 10K months, everybody talks about easeful money. And while I understand it's not always easy, oftentimes when we're making these mistakes or we're following outdated rules or we're following programs that are not meant for us wild ones, it can feel harder than it has to be. So I'm so happy that we found each other, that you're here. It's not by mistake that you are here. And I'm so excited to chat with you. Awesome. So I see some folks on. I'd love to interact with you. So I want to talk to you today about why this topic is so near and dear to my heart. It's important for a few reasons. If you want to get out your notebooks, this is really going to be a beautiful download today. It's one of my favorite things to talk about because I consider myself a messenger. I consider myself a wizard of words. I consider myself a writer. And now, after moving through a lot of fear over the years, I'm also a speaker. And I do more than speaking here online. I speak on stages, I speak in workshops, and it's taken me a lot to go from fearful of live video, fearful of sharing the perfect message, to sharing my unique expression and calling in clients who I am made to work with. So if you are attracting clients here and there is an up and down kind of roller coaster of clients coming in and then contracts ending. We call this in the industry also feast and famine. Ooh, it just sounds a little bit frightening. But essentially, you're feeling lit up in your business, you're serving clients, and then all of a sudden those contracts end, and you're like, wait, where's my next client? What's my next move? And we don't want to have a gap in your services and a gap in your income unless it's a planned vacation. And even with a planned vacation, with the methods that I teach and the principles that I offer my clients and what you're going to learn here today, even, you can plan a vacation and not have a gap in your income. So today's lesson is going to help you attract clients consistently on repeat, month after month. You can fill a wait list even, or even take payment months in advance, but you'll never worry again where your next client is hiding, because they're not hiding. They are not hiding. They're in your audience already, And today I'm going to help you speak right to them so that they hear you and so that they desire what it is that you have to offer. Now, your clients come from the clarity of your message. And a bonus expert tip, the clarity and precision of your message, the kind of message that attracts those clients, comes from the clarity and conviction of your offer. I want to say that a little bit slower for you. Your clients come from the clarity of your message. And a bonus expert tip, hello, I am an expert in this. I love this so much. The precision and clarity of your message, where clients come from month after month, comes from the conviction and clarity of your offer. So maybe you've done a few things right and you have an offer that you love. And by the way, if you don't have an offer that is launched, put together properly, designed beautifully, this is exactly what I help my clients with in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. And we go that extra step and I help you to cultivate the message that's going to sell this offer out, as well as help you with my signature transformational sales process that has you holding space for more ready to invest clients to say yes right on a discovery call with you. So before we go into the mistakes, I also want to acknowledge some of you who are doing a few things right, and maybe you are attracting clients. And that's awesome, but your sales process might still feel a little heavy, right? Because they come on the phone with you, your potential clients, right? And they love your energy, but your sales process is feeling heavy. Whose sales process feels heavy? Who loves to create content, but when it comes to sales, they're like, not quite sure. So if your sales process is feeling heavy, it's most likely because your message isn't landing with the people that you're most meant to serve. It's not landing with people who are high paying clients. It's not landing with people who are self-motivated, coming to your calls, going like, I would love to work with you. I've been saving up to work with you. I've been wanting to work with you for what seems like forever, right? We end up overcomplicating the whole messaging thing, which leads to confusion. And have you heard this one? Confused people don't buy. Have you heard that one? And then we get a little bit overwhelmed or discouraged because we don't want to confuse people, right? We are here to help people. We're not here to confuse people. People are already overwhelmed. There's already so much on their plate, and we want to help them find you in the most seamless way, in the most simple way, and we want to help them hire you in the most simple, seamless way. So this is truly not your fault if you've been making any of these mistakes. You're here now. You're learning a better way. We're not here to overcomplicate. We're not here to confuse. We're here to invite people into our high value offers and feel really good about it. Do the work that is our sacred calling and feel really, really amazing about it. So when your message is crisp and crystal clear, focusing on what works to attract high paying, fun to work with clients and repeat, your business will feel in flow. You'll be able to make consistent 5K, 10K, even 20K months, and you won't feel worried or overwhelmed about it. You will feel sure. You'll feel sure. Isn't that lovely? Who wants to feel sure about this? So, who's ready? Give me a message in the comments if you are ready to attract high paying, fun to work with clients using the power of your voice. Using the power of your voice. So, we're going to get into these mistakes, we're going to unpack them, and I'm going to teach you exactly what me and my clients do so that we are attracting high paying, fun to work with clients. My clients really, truly get people on the phone with them that say, you're my person. I'd love to work with you. When do we start? And that's what it's all about. You are not here to have heavy sales. You are not here to feel like you're convincing people. You do not want to compromise your values to make a sale. So we're not doing that anymore. We are here led by our soul. And so the message does the work for us. Your crystal clear embodied message does the majority of the work for you, and your message gets to live on. So we are not here to create posts on the internet. We together are creating a body of work that acts like a web page. You don't even need a web site when you work with me. You can have one if that seems fun for you. If you already have one, you don't have to get rid of it. But you don't need a website when you have these messaging expansions that I'm about to offer you now. Soul led entrepreneurs make this mistake again and again and again, where they skip the step of understanding how high paying clients think. They are following content calendars and scripts from other people that aren't them. So let me know, have you downloaded a content calendar? Have you downloaded a guide that gives you a bunch of headlines? And that's fine. I actually have one of those inside my program. I teach my clients how to up level their headlines so that when people land on their content, they're inspired to read all the way through because their headline is something lit, right? But those headlines aren't going to mean anything to the overall strategy of your business if you skip the step of understanding how your dream clients think and how high paying clients in general think. So, when you're sharing a blanket message that isn't truly embodied and sounds like fluff, it goes straight over high paying clients' heads. And this is truly upsetting because I feel like you have certifications, skills, deep knowledge, and wisdom that is going to help humanity on a greater scale. So it is quite a shame when people with half your talent, half your knowledge, half your wisdom aren't certified, haven't made the kind of transformations that you have made. They go out there and they're attracting clients, and you're looking over at your colleagues and they're attracting clients. So you start to try to do what they're doing, but they don't actually have the skills to deliver an epic experience for their clients that you do. So it's up to me. I feel like I hold this power of helping people cultivate words that connect with high paying clients. And I need to transmit that to you because that's my soul's mission. I can't be stopped with this. I will do this for the rest of my life. It is why I'm here on this earth. I want you to go from a fluffy woo woo kind of message that doesn't connect with your high paying clients. And I want you to deliver and transmit a message consistently that offers you the ability to do your sacred calling consistently. Because I work with folks like you who are highly gifted. And that's what this world needs. This world needs you in your power, your gifts packaged up into a high value offer. And this world needs you to be able to express the value of that offer really and truly. So by transforming this mistake, you are going to call in people who care what you have to say as a thought leader and someone who thinks like them and shares the same values as them, right? Shares the same values as them. Okay. So high paying clients, so write this down. High paying clients aren't looking for cheap. So soul led entrepreneurs skip the step of understanding how high paying clients think. So I am telling you now, high paying clients are not looking for cheap. You may be thinking, oh, but do people have money? I need to keep myself accessible. I need to share a message that's dimmed down and dumbed down. No, your next high paying, pay in full client that is already looking for you, they are abundant, wise, powerful decision makers. They don't need you to hold their hand or be up their ass to buy your offers. They don't. They don't need you in their inbox every day. I mean, I share a lot of messages, but they're messages of value, right? They're not going like, hey, like they're not packed with fear. If you read my emails, if you open up my emails, each and every email is going to transform you in some way. So I don't convince my clients. I don't put fear into their hearts. But the thing is that I used to because I didn't know this yet. So I learned marketing from bros. I learned marketing, old school marketing, and I used like fake urgency, not really fake urgency, but I relied heavily on urgency rather than my message and my magnetic message. So when you know that high paying clients aren't looking for cheap, they're looking to have a result in their life, or they're looking specifically to have a certain kind of transformation. They have an unmet desire and they are already looking on the internet to solve that problem or meet that desire or transform in some way. Really take note of this. They have a problem, they know it. We tend to kind of dim, like, we don't think so highly of our clients sometimes. I do. I really truly know now that my clients are some of the wisest, most ambitious, most passionate, most grounded folks in the world. And maybe not grounded. Sometimes they're a little all up in the air talking to their guides, and it's all very beautiful, but you don't have to be grounded to work with me. But I'm going to help you get grounded. But they have a certain problem, and their problem is not being able to meet consistent revenue months because they don't have one offer packaged up in a way that is attractive and irresistible to high paying clients. So I don't think my clients are disempowered. I don't think they need me to convince them to buy my offers. And in that, I just get to show up as me. I just know that my people are searching. I mean, if you look at Google, you go to Google and you start typing something in, Google predicts what you're about to ask because Google knows, because so many people Google stuff. So many people ask the internet, how do I solve this problem? What do I do with this? And so people aren't looking for more information. That's step number 3. So I'm going to save it for that. But what I want you to know right now is high paying, self motivated, action taking kinds of clients, which are the clients that you want to work with. Because if they're not going to take action on the tools and the wisdom and the offer that you provide, then no amount of beautifully produced videos is going to get them a result. And then your business is going to start to feel discouraging because you're going to start wondering, is my offer good? Like, is my work good? Can I really monetize this? Yes, 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 you can. You just might not have learned yet how to speak to the kind of clients that get the best results in your program. So you never have to convince a high paying client. You just get to show up in your brilliance, letting the internet know how you help people as clear as possible. So that when your next best client asks their cousin Sally, hey, do you know someone who helps people have better relationships, who specializes in helping spiritual women? Because that's me. I'm a spiritual woman and I want to have a better relationship. Do you know anyone? Or they start to tell cousin Sally or Aunt Joe or or Uncle Bobby. They start to tell people or their friends. They start to talk about what their problems are because we talk about what our problems are. Whether we're empowered or not, we all have a problem. And we talk about it with our friends, right? We have a drink and we're like, damn, like I just can't get through to my husband around this kind of thing. And it's all very beautiful. And so if you become that person, if you say out loud enough times, hey, I help spiritual women to create the relationships in their lives that they've always wanted to have, the kinds where their husbands listen to them, or if they're not married yet, and you help people to attract quality men into their life. You help spiritual women attract quality men into their life. I'm speaking about me. Could you create that offer for me? I buy offers like this all the time because it's what you can look at the patterns of what people truly want. And people don't want coaches, they want problems solved that your tools of transformation can solve for them, but you are leading too heavily and you're leaning too heavily into your tools and your certifications, and you're not cultivating the message that speaks to high paying clients. So, say there's a woman that her baby is about a year old and she really wants to lose the last 5 pounds. And she's also a spiritually minded woman and she doesn't want to have to like go to CrossFit for this. She wants to lose the last 5 pounds and get back her confidence in the most beautiful, easeful way. And say you're a theta healer. Say you help people with subconscious reprogramming. Well, if you go on the internet and you say, I help people reprogram their subconscious mind, that woman who actually needs your help is not going to hear you. She's not going to buy from you. She's going to buy from the person who said, I can help you lose the last 5 pounds. So we really listen to the problems of our best people, right? Say something like, one of my clients who's had the most success, I helped her. She had so many tools of transformation. She's a somatic professional. She's an astrologer. She loves human design. She's traveled the world. She loves clothing design. So she came to me as a multi-passionate, like many of my clients do, but she really wanted to hone in. She loved her work as a somatics professional. She wanted to create a high value offer that she could call in clients that really would get the results. And in that case, somatics isn't going to work if people don't do the moves, if they don't understand how to do the moves, and they don't. In her case, that's what she said anyway. I understood what she was talking about, but her people, her best clients, never understood what she was talking about because she would go out and say somatics, Hannah somatics, and it's like, no, nobody knows what that is, and that's okay. She didn't stop talking about it. She didn't stop revealing her signature pathway to help people create results, but she started more leaning into the message of they have a problem. They're not able to deliver their offers. She was working with leaders. She up leveled in my program of who she wanted to work with, and she wanted to work with heart-centered leaders, but they weren't able to do their work in the world because they were feeling pain in their body. Oh my goodness, they had chronic pain, or they had pain, they couldn't even type on the computer, whatever it was. And so she started to really hear their problems, repeat back to them their problems, position herself as the person that solves that problem. Her offer took off. She got how she filled up her offer. She created 6K and then 14,000, then another 10,000, and now she knows the skills to create that on repeat. Hello, Amy. You know I love talking about Amy because I am so impressed. Because when I said I want to work with a certain kind of person, I looked up, Amy was on my sales call, and I was like, I know that my message works. And now I have Amy's lining up. I have Amy's lining up to my discovery calls, and I go, oh my God, I know my message is working because I just keep calling in the exact person that I am so stoked to be able to help. And so you do not have to help people make money to make money. You get to understand how high paying clients think and speak to them. So have you decided your specialty? Now, if you've decided your specialty, you'll know that your message is working if you're getting on the phone on discovery calls with those kind of people consistently. If you have your discovery call calendar booked out with those kind of people consistently. All right, so we as guides are the ship that takes our clients through their transformation safely and in less time if they were to try it on their own. So if you're speaking to bargain hunters or people that are searching and shopping around for a coach, and they've been shopping around for a coach for a year trying to find like the cheapest coach, then you're speaking to the wrong person. Like if you speak to high paying clients and you got inside of the head of the client that you are most meant to work for, and you understand their problems and you understand their goals and you understand their desires, then we just get to position ourselves as the ship that takes our clients through their transformation safely and in less time if they were to try it on their own, right? Because your person has been trying. Your person isn't so unmotivated that they haven't tried a bunch already. So what is different about you? What is unique about you and your methods and your uniqueness that can help someone faster and in less time and more safely? So that's another thing that I help you cultivate in module 3 of the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I help you create your signature pathway from where your clients are to where they want to be. And you get to express that, and you get to express that continuously. And this is how my client Jennifer started to call in her pay in full clients, started to call in the kinds of clients that didn't need convincing, that didn't say, I can't afford it. They just said, when do we start? How can I pay you? Amazing. And then she took my signature follow up process. She followed up with them in a very heart centered way. And boom, she has clients in her Awaken the Jaguar Within program. It's all available for you too. There's nothing different about the Amy's and the Jennifers and the clients that I work with now and you. And you never know until you apply. Like, I will let you know if there's any gap that you can fill with some more of my content, and then we'll get going. Oh my goodness. So when we're afraid of trolls, when we're afraid of the haters, when we're scared that people are going to come for us because we are powerful witches, wizards, our tools, our messages, they're unique, they are different, they rise above status quo. We're doing really unique things with our people. We're making really big change in the world. That's why we're here. Like, you didn't leave normal paradigm reality to you didn't leave your job, you didn't leave your 9 to 5, or you're not thinking about leaving it to just go back and share a message that is just like everyone else's. Hey there, visionary leader. If you're resonating with this message, I'd like to invite you into your next level life and business. Enrollment has begun for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my signature group container to help you design an offer so delicious, so juicy, so based on your soul gifts that you are thrilled to invite your soulmate clients inside of it. I'm going to teach you how to promote this offer with a ton of heart and to sell out this offer with ease to meet your revenue goals. I would love to have you inside if you are a visionary leader who knows that they are great at what they do. You'd like to collapse the timeline on how long it takes to reach consistent income with an offer that you truly love. Go to the link in the show notes to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application individually, and I will send an email to let you know if you've been accepted in a few days after application. Thank you for trusting me with your vision, and I can't wait to see what we co-create. But when you are fearful of trolls, when you are fearful that somebody might come after you for not saying the right thing or for saying something different, you actually run the risk of unconsciously speaking to the trolls and the haters, because that's where your energy is. What do they say? What have you heard? I know you've heard it so many times, but where attention goes, energy flows. So we want to pay more attention to our dream clients and our high paying clients and the people who want what we have to offer than the trolls or the people that might have something to say if we step into our power. Now, people thought I was crazy when I left my well paid job as a psychotherapist, my salaried position, making $60,000 a year in Hawaii. It's not like I was like working in some inner city. I mean, I was working in an inner city, and I was working with a population. I was working with foster kids. So I was working with like inner city vibes. And I was doing a majority of my off time spending it on the beach. Like, people thought I was crazy for leaving the perfect life. But I wanted to travel the world. I desired to play music on the streets. That's what I wanted to do. So I left that job with no idea how I was going to support myself. And I did it for 7 years as an entrepreneur. Like, I made a lot of mistakes. And that's why I now have one high value offer that I know gets consistent results for my people and I know makes me consistent money because I was doing a lot for a little in those days. However, I was doing what I wanted. I was doing what I wanted. So my desire shifted from just not having a boss and making a little bit of money to being able to fully support myself and create generational wealth. And so I transformed from just being an entrepreneur to being a six-figure entrepreneur because I desired that. Do you desire to make more money doing what you love? Yes. You do not have to hide behind your spirituality and go, it's not spiritual to make more money, because there are some haters out there that say you're this or that if you desire what everybody else desires in the world. And something that helped me to blast through this limiting belief was my monk said to me that spirituality, my monk, he's my monk, my Guruji, my Swamiji, the monk that I was studying under for 3 years, studying with, I sat at the foot of a monk and he said, spirituality does not mean destitution. And so many of us stay below poverty line to prove our spiritual warriorness. Stop. Stop. And if you get the clue that you've been doing that unconsciously, come to me. It's not your fault. We can stop together. But somebody recently trolled me. And, I had a little fun with it for a while where I was like, blah, blah, blah. And I had a little fun with it for a while. And then my people came to my my aid and they had a little fun with it for a while. Like, I'm not saying that battling trolls isn't fun, but when we spend more time doing that than we spend getting speaking to high paying clients, fun to work with clients, people who are already want what you have to offer, who are already in an abundance mindset, who are willing to part with money. Yes, it is true. There are some people living in scarcity who are not willing to part with money, and those are the same people who will troll your ass on a post. People who troll your ass in a post are not trying to buy your things. They can be blocked and deleted very easily, and that's fine. Or they can stay and consume your content for whatever reason. But here's what I want you to say. From a place of battling trolls, you're going to call in that energy. You're going to open yourself up to more of that. So I was, even when I was doing more of this, calling people who wanted to battle me on discovery calls that I felt like I had to convince, that I was like, hey, no, like you get to make more money. You get to really be yourself. Really, I swear. And people would be like, I don't like the internet. I don't think social media is good. And I was like, instead of looking at them going like, what's their problem? Which, I spent a day going, what's your problem? It's a free tool. I spent a day going, what is your problem? This is a free tool where you can connect to anyone internationally. I did. I said, what's your problem? In my head, at least. But then I started creating content like that. That was like, just battling people, please use social media. Like, it's free, it's amazing. Like, it's this tool. And I would start to create content like that, like begging people to see what I had saw. And I realized, oh my God, I'm doing the naughty. I'm doing the mistake. I'm doing the naughty. And no shame, I just up-leveled my message. I just started speaking to people who love using the power of social media to connect with potential dream clients from around the world who otherwise wouldn't know that they existed. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And then you don't have to worry about convincing anyone to get on social media. You just get to talk to people who are already there. So you will have a different message, but let me help you cultivate that message. So I want people on my discovery calls to make the most beautiful decision for them. I don't want to convince people who don't want to transform that transformation is key. I don't want to convince people who don't love spirituality, who aren't moved by spirit, that to come get moved by spirit. No, you're moved by spirit. Transformation is your life. You have skills of transformation. Come learn the skills that are going to help you be able to do that full time, quit your 9 to 5. Like, it was so freeing for everybody. It's so freeing for everybody. So what is the troll message for you? And so we're going to transform today. I want you to write down all the ways that you're still speaking to trolls, trying to convince people. And I want you to look at the opposite of that. What is something that you can say instead to someone who already believes that? So if you, of course, as a guide, you're going to be in a coach, especially if you're a coach, you're going to be doing some belief work. And what beliefs are you helping people to transform? Disempowered beliefs or kind of little beliefs like I'm doing with you today? Little beliefs that you can shift, help them shift. Boom, 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 right? And you get to do that work. And if you want help with that, if you want my eyes on that, I actually give creative reviews inside the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, where I watch your message transform, where I can help you line by line up level your message. So cool. So then mistake number 3, let me know if you're ready for mistake number 3. Are you giving people more information when what they really, really want is your support? High paying clients, they have tried to do this on their own, probably, or they've tried to do it with YouTube, do it, meaning get their transformation, meet their desire, release what they've been trying to release, have the result in their life that they've been desiring to create for years and years and years, that you know your tools of transformation are way better than whatever they have been trying to do. If you're helping people to lose weight and they've been trying diet and exercise and all these weird diets, what do you do instead that's based in something much more deep, right? But they don't need more information on what theta healing is. They don't need more information on what somatics is. They don't need more information on what marketing is. Like, I'm not here teaching you what marketing is. I'm supporting you to shift on a soul level. I'm supporting you with the aha moments, right? So I teach my clients how to tell stories. I help and support my clients to tell the stories that land with the people that they're most meant to serve, so that they go, oh, this is my guide. They're not looking for yoga. They're looking for you. They find you. They don't find yoga. They find you, right? Because authority marketing is kind of going out of style. So who has heard of authority marketing, where you just position yourself as an authority? Well, I don't want you to just disregard that altogether. I don't want you to disregard that altogether, but we aren't high-paying clients like me and you. We aren't looking for the smartest person to give us more information. In fact, most of us are overwhelmed by the amount of information. We are moving from the information age to the conceptual age, where we are becoming thought leaders. We are seeing things in a new light. We are shifting people's perspectives, and people need support around that more than they need more information. If they want information, they can get it. It's all at their fingertips. What they want is the pathway from where they are to where they want to be, and they want to get there in less time, and they want to get there safely, and they want to get there working next to you, co-creating with you. So we want support from deep humans who are embodied in what they are presenting. So like, you might see new entrepreneurs make this mistake and you can sniff it out, and you don't work with those kind of people anymore because you're wise. You're like, okay. So you might have been looking for a business coach, and the business coach read something in a business book and then is passing it off as their own shit. But you can sense from me, I am embodied in what I teach. I specifically only teach what I have been through myself, and I create intellectual property, actually, and I teach you how to create intellectual property. I created my own pathway, the Signature Create method, specifically designed for soul-led leaders like you. If you want to hear more about the Create method, I could download you with a little bit of that, but it's more important for you to know that I got your ass. Like, this is something that, like, it's embodied, it's in my cells. Like, I live this, breathe this. And yes, I continue my education, but I'm not just taking something that my coach said and feeding it to you. No. And so you don't do that. You would never do that. And so you don't have to focus on information. Focus on why you are the best support for your kind of people. So understand what your dream client is thinking and speak love into your dream client's life. I help my clients go from fearing people will unsubscribe to their email list to writing daily love notes to their most ready to invest clients and filling up their offers with just a few posts. So, information is cool to some degree. I don't want you to lose that. Like, here I am giving you some information, right? But I help my clients with four different kinds of posts and help them to post regularly, channel through these different kind of posts so that their dream clients see them as a whole human and not just a free information booth. If you are getting people on calls with you where you are sensing that they just want your free information, this mistake, you might be making this mistake, and that's okay. Start to speak love into these people's lives. Start to look at what you are truly embodied in. Tell your stories. Tell the stories of the people that you've helped so that you are the number one choice for them. Your content gets to position you as the go-to guide for your dream clients. There is no one else for them because they could feel like you are really on their side. And that doesn't mean that you, again, need to be up their ass or give them like 100 hours of Voxer support. Like, I have a channel for my clients to speak to me in between our calls. Those are my VIP clients. If people want to work with me at the group level, then they get that support. And that's really lovely. It's high touch support. So even my group, I've infused high touch support where they do have access to me in our group. And I answer questions daily, but also they get my live support. They get to speak every week. They get to share their voice every week and have my eyes on their business, looking over their creative reviews. Now, access in between calls, like calling me up with leaving voice notes, and we're voice noting back and forth. That's for my private 6-month mentorship and my VIP clients. And you just get to decide what level of support you're craving. And you get to have an offer where instead of you having 5 different offers, you have one offer with different levels of support that you get to provide for your people. So if your lowest value offer has like everything of you, you get to rethink that. You get to rethink, where is that coming from? Because you are selling your support more than a bunch of information in an online learning portal. Now, in my program, the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, I do give the how-tos. You get my step-by-step signature roadmap to go from underpaid, maybe not charging the price that you want to charging the price that you want to, having the offer that you know gets results for your people, and having a seamless, simple sales process that you know helps your people to feel better just in the sales conversations. So I call this transformational sales, where every person that comes through your sales journey is left feeling better, whether they buy your program or not. And that leads to much more sales, heart-centered sales, right? So I want you to be able to share your process, share your stories, and not to be afraid to give all you got in your content, but also leave a level of support for your paid clients. And that's the difference. That's the difference. I know that you get a lot here in these free transmissions. I purposely give a lot of value in my free transmissions. I want you to have all of this soul level shifts. I want you to leave this live transmission changed, because this is part of my transformational sales journey. It's important to me that you feel great about your work in the world. It's important to me, it's my life's mission, that your words touch your potential clients, whether they buy or not, because this is really amazing. If we are utilizing social media as something where we can change, we can change the world with our posts. Whether people buy or not, you're going to feel better about your work in the world. And you are going to make more sales from that perspective, from that energy, right? People don't want more information. They want a transformation, and they want to be supported to that transformation faster and much more safely. All right, folks, this has been so beautiful, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.